I was considering taking the whole pedestal out and just sitting in my office chair up here, because I've got an office chair. But I just like the idea of being able to use this. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Hello, and welcome to, well, Carlin's Worlds. Yeah, that should work. I'm a wanderer, a tinkerer, sometimes a nomad, a military veteran. I do things differently. There will be tinkering. I have a motorcycle, a truck, and a school bus. I live off-grid, so there will be some solar, batteries, inverters, and maybe even some wind. It blows. And that's all I can fit into about 30 seconds. Oh, and please, if you like any of this, it would be really awesome if you could subscribe and click that notify bell. Drop a comment if you have any questions or ideas. Share, like, comment, subscribe, notify. Oh, and Patreon if you're really an awesome kind of person. Cool. On with the show already. I picked up a seat swivel on Amazon. If you're trolling, like fishing, you'd put this on your fishing seat. Now this would not be if you're going to drive your bus. There's no way to lock this. And then right here is the slider track that the seat slides back and forth on. Is to take the slider off of the platform, attach my swivel to the platform, and then attach the track to the swivel. I can slide the seat forward or back, and then if I rotate it, because I'm looking to have another kind of extend my workstation, so I can be looking forward, I can be looking kind of at an angle, or I can be looking out. And then when I'm on the laptop, I could be looking this way, and then I can also use these computers. By being able to swivel the seat, I'll be able to sit comfortably in any direction. That bracing, I can't see it from out here. So having the camera pointing straight up is helping me a lot, because I didn't realize that bracing was there. So I got to make sure not to drill it on center, or I'll hit the bracing. So I'll probably put that swivel off center, towards maybe offset it to the back 2 inches or something like that. Parts of this bus, the parts made by GM are typically metric, and the parts made by Bluebird are standard. So this one is a 1/2 inch bolt or nut, and what I've been doing just to make things easier on myself, I'll break it loose with the ratchet first and then spin it off. This kind of thing on a 20-year-old bus, you're at the mercy of the guys in the bus garage. If they screwed up, twisted off the nut heads or whatever. Alright, 4 nuts, that should be it. That's about it for that. On this one at least, and I've seen others like this, the mechanism is really simple. You push this lever over. Oh, it's going to spring load probably too. Okay, so you see the tooth there, right? Center frame. When that comes out, it just disengages, and then that can move. When you let go, it locks it back in place. That's why sometimes when you move your seat and then you let go of the handle, then you bump the seat, it jumps a little bit because it hits the next tooth and it stays there. My swivel isn't nearly wide enough to pick up the holes, right? So I'm going to cut a piece of plywood that is equal to this thing. And then I'm going to mount the plywood to the top of the swivel. I'm going to mount the bottom of the swivel to that pedestal. And then the plywood will be drilled for these. I used to have a motorhome that the driver's seat had a swivel on it. So you could be sitting in the driver's seat when you were parked and turn and face back to the rest of your family or whoever. I wouldn't use this kind of a swivel for that. So when I took the bus seats out, I saved all of these plywood pieces. If you just grab the first one, that looks pretty good. It's 1/2 inch plywood, and it's free. So I figured I want about 13 inches by 13 inches. I swear this is not, I needed a little more than 12, so I figured I'd go 13. These are, I'm going to say 13 inches. That's great. So I'll just cut a chunk out of this. Something to watch for. If you're recycling materials like this, there's a bunch of staples in the bottom of these pieces of plywood that they used when they attached the fabric and the padding to the seats. So I'm going to take a few minutes just to pop all those out. This piece has a slight bow, so I think we'll put it bowed side up. And then when I sit on it, I'll squash it back down again. Slick, right? Make a mark so I don't get this thing confused. So I want this one on top. And we'll just say arbitrarily this will be front. That way anytime I drill or make a mark, it's always consistent. Next I'm going to want to find the center of this piece. It kind of is tore up over there, but we'll just say it's about there. This piece will mount to there, and this will mount on top of that, like that. Yeah, whatever I squared to didn't come very square. So if I want to stay away from the braces that are underneath, say 2 inches. Draw a mark around it. I need to get this thing pivoted. There's a trick to this. Not a really fancy trick, but just a trick. You rotate it 45 degrees. Now you can get to your bottom holes with the top holes not being in the way. And the way I'm doing this, the swivel is below the slider, so no matter where you're sitting, you can still slide it. You know, if you're facing sideways, your slider is going in this direction. It was convenient that the plywood was just a little bit too big. That way my bolts aren't going right through the very edge of it. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. See if we can clamp it without moving it now. Good enough. Actually getting it where I want it. I've got a reflection. The sun is right in my eye. Wonderful. Yeah, I can't see a damn thing. Oh, we got a solution for that too, though. I've never once needed to signal an airplane, but I have used this thing countless times for this kind of a thing. It's your basic survival mirror. And with it, I think what I'll do, instead of drilling it upside down, get my pin up in there, draw the hole. It's a slotted hole again, so I'll just draw as much of the hole as I can see. Alright, see how we did. That'll work. While I was out there, I drilled the holes that this is going to mount to. This is going to mount to the seat slider. This will mount to there, and then this will go like this, and then straight. So just as a sanity check, this should just go right on here. Yep. Nice. And these are long enough that the bolts will reach. That is excellent. I got to watch which order I put this together, or I'm going to have a hard time assembling. I think I can get these last. So we'll take that off for now. But that works. That's good. That's encouraging. So the next thing then is to drill the holes in here. Since I don't want to get a bunch of shavings in here, I'm going to lay down some paper towels and grab my trash can, I think. Start it slow so it doesn't go walking on you. Lots of down pressure. That's some pretty serious steel there. Alright, since we are actually drilling proper steel, cutting oil of some sort, whatever I can find, a little shot. Just try to not burn out our drill bit. Okay, we're through. I brought an assortment of hardware. That's probably what we're going to use. So we'll go one more notch on the stepper bit. Like so. That'll work. And yeah, wearing my gloves cuts down on bleeding and stuff when you're working with metal. It's a good idea. Because if you run your hand across this on wood, you might get a little splinter, not a big deal. You do that on metal, it'll cut you. Chicks dig scars, but bleeding just slows you down on a good day. Let's see if these actually line up. I think I can get that to work. There's a phrase that you'll hear people use sometimes, order of operations. If you build it the wrong way, you won't be able to finish it. Because I'm tightening it up against wood, I'm going to use a flat washer and then a lock washer and then just a regular nut. I've also got self-locking nuts. This is not going anywhere. If this was on a vehicle I was going to drive, yeah, I'd probably use self-locking. Because this was made for a fishing boat, they said use 1/4 inch stainless steel hardware. Now I don't have to worry about that because this is 1/4 inch hardware. I'm talking too much. Shut up. Flat lock. As a mechanic, the first thing you learn, do not tighten something until you get all of the bolts started, because you'll get the last one and it won't line up and then you can't get it started. Once you got them all started, then you can tighten it down. And yeah, to make it easy on myself, I'm going to tighten these ones first and then I can get the other one started. I redid my floor. I covered it with Harbor Freight anti-fatigue mats. I am loving those things. It's a silly thing, but like now kneeling on the floor, it's nice. That's why we use the flat washer there, because we're going to compress the wood a little bit. That'll keep it from digging in too far. This is a 20-year-old plywood, so old enough to vote, almost old enough to drink. Oh wait, what year is this built? It's 21-year-old plywood now. Now the tricky bit, yeah, we got just enough room. That's perfect. So that was the question, is am I going to be able to get the bolts in here to drop down? And because they slotted the holes, there's just enough room. Otherwise I would have had to take it apart to get the bolts in. So yay for us. Now we're going crooked for now. The swivel is symmetrical as far as I can tell. There's no, you know, they're evenly spaced, so that shouldn't matter. Okay, they're all down. I just want to spin it once. Oh yeah, we got lots of room. Yeah, you can see that pretty good. So it's not tight yet, but those heads have got probably at least ½ an inch in between them. So that's perfect. And what I can do up here, we'll turn this thing sideways, put the seat on, and then I can get to the bolts really easy. Really nice. Really nice. Also, because I offset this, if I decided to, I can move this thing backwards, put the seat on it, and I'd be a little bit further back already. Really inexpensive swivel, so I wasn't sure how good it was going to feel. That would be nice. I remember one time, yeah, Twitter or Facebook back in the day. Somebody said, okay, everybody do chair spins. I forgot I had my headphones on. Yeah, I got all tied up in my cable before it. Thankfully, it got yanked out before it broke. I don't think I heard anything, but careful with the chair spins. As much as possible, especially on things like nuts. You know, this was a 100 pack for $3.49. Yeah, get the 100 pack because you're always going to need them for something. And it is so annoying when you can't find one more of whatever you're looking for. You know, this worked out better than I should have anticipated, I should say. When I pulled it back, this is approximately where the lines are that those braces are. So that gave me enough room in between here and here. If I got it too close, if I would have gone ahead an inch, these things, the nuts would be right up against that brace and I might have a hard time getting them put on. So it actually works so far. I did grab the mirror and look underneath there, and I do have enough room. Second thing you learn as a mechanic is how to work by feel, because you can never get your head down to where you can really see what you're doing. And like that. It's not rocket science, which is the new joke, since this is officially part of my spaceship set. Oh, look at it, I can see a little bit. That'll keep the lock washer engaged. If it's not tight enough, the lock washer doesn't do anything. Okay, those are done. One thing that'll mess us up a little bit, one of the sliders will move, like so. Also at this point, I don't know if this is going to line up with where my desk is. So there may be some adjustments here. Okay, one in. Whew. It's not particularly heavy, but I'm still feeling it. Two, three, four. All right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this is becoming very free-moving already. That's awesome. I came up with, well, I had to wait till, you know, I had to find a slider that was cheap enough to buy. Wait till payday, buy the slider, that kind of thing. But I've been sitting kind of crooked in my seat for a while now. I was considering taking the whole pedestal out and just sitting in my office chair up here, because I've got an office chair. But I just like the idea of being able to use this. Now the first thing is that has added height, so I gotta adjust the seat back down again. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, slide it back. Yeah. That's going to be great. Slide the seat all the way back, move to where you're going, and wherever you are, then you can still slide forward again as soon as you find the knobber. Yeah. Oh, wow. Coffee's cold. This has been a long time coming. Forgive me about this, but yeah, this is the whole dashboard that I'm building is just kind of roughed out for now, and I've been sitting here with a Sharpie and marking cut lines of where I want to adjust it next. By this weekend, I should have a used jigsaw in the mail that I picked up on eBay. That'll be perfect for cleaning some of this up. This is still the template. You know, it's made out of OSB, but I've been using it for at least a month now, just to get used to it, see what I like, what I don't like, what I'm going to move. Putting this in place has really helped me do the design, because when I first started drawing this, it was very, very different, and I realized that if I left the seat where it was, I didn't have near as much depth as I thought I had. putting this in place has let me use it for a while, see what I like, what I don't like, if I want to make some adjustments. And then knowing that I can now move the seat forward and back and rotate it. Anyway, this was a simple, quick, easy build. The irony is I can't turn the chair to face you because I hit the desk. Hey, it works! Last disclaimer is, yeah, don't do this on your bus that you're driving, at least not with this kind of swivel. I got this on Amazon. I don't think it was more than $20. If I can remember which one I bought, I'll put a link or whatever. This particular one was made for fishing, to put your fishing seat on. I looked at this and I thought, well, for the price, if I don't like it for this, I'll use it for something else. Anyway, it's a good little swivel. Yeah, it's got very little resistance once I broke it loose. When you're just holding the thing by itself, it was very stiff. I had concerns, but this is, you could probably do chair spins in this. Hopefully that's entertaining, if nothing else. Thanks for watching. Welcome to all my new subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. That really does help me out a lot. My goal is to hit 1,000 as soon as I can. For anybody who's not aware of this, if you have 1,000 subscribers, you're then eligible to share the ad revenue that YouTube is earning. YouTube lets us put videos up for free. You watch the videos. YouTube uses advertising to offset the cost. And for content creators like myself who are creating the content, we're eligible to earn income revenue from sharing some of those ad revenues. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start earning actually money, which would be great. You know, I'm not going to retire at 1,000, but you know, my first dollar, that'll be all right. So thanks to you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye for now. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that should work. Cool. I do things differently. Oh, and please, if you like any of this, it would be really awesome if you could subscribe and click that notify bell. Drop a comment if you have any questions or ideas. Share, like, comment, subscribe, notify. Oh, and Patreon if you're really an awesome kind of person. Thank you so much for watching.